Alright, so really quickly, I wanted to try this idea ahead of casting movies that haven't been made yet. I could also go back to old movies and tell you how I would have casted them. But right now, the big thing I think is Mike Flanagan has been announced that he is working with Amazon now, and he has acquired the rights to the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. He's going to be, I guess, making a TV series or a movie. I'm not sure. I think it's a TV series. And Mike Flanagan, he's the guy that did the Midnight Mass and what's the other thing he did? He did some other stuff that's really good. Let me look at it real quick. What did he do? What did he do? Doctor Sleep, Gerald's Game, Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Hush. So he does like a lot of horror stuff. Also, James Wan is really good. But, yeah, so I'm a big fan of the Dark Tower. So here is how I would do that. This is some other people's stuff. I'll go over those here in a second. First of all, you've got Roland Deschain. You challenged Roland to the Dark Tower, came, fled across the desert, blah, blah, blah. Anson Mount. First thing that pops into my mind, seems like the obvious choice. He's from Hell on Wheels. He's already shown that he can play a cowboy and with a revolver. There you go. Seems pretty obvious to me. I don't know who else would be good to maybe play, because he's kind of like he wants to be a loner kind of a character, but he kind of has to depend on these other 3-4 people that are with him. Maybe there's some other people that could be like Kevin Costner, but he's like getting too old, I think. People like from Yellowstone, I'm trying to think of, that play cowboys, or like what was it? I can't remember. Anyway, who else we got? Suzanne. Obviously, Michonne comes to mind from Walking Dead. Because you gotta have somebody that has kind of like sex appeal, but they also have to be kind of a badass. But they kind of have to cut her legs off. I guess you'd have to do that with CGI or a green screen in her legs, because she'd be in a wheelchair the whole time. And she's got to fuck that demon at some point. But then you got to get him to like train on those, throwing the plates, the Ryza or whatever those things were called. Trying to think like how you would even do the Dark Tower series, because it gets so esoteric and weird towards the end. Is there any like other main characters besides the quartet? Arthur Eld, maybe? Like, I feel like the Man in Black should be just like seen as a guy in black robes or something, like in the distance. Like, you shouldn't see him close up till maybe a couple of scenes where he's talking to the low men or the yellow coat men or whatever they're called, or he's like, I think there's a couple scenes where he actually gets close enough to them where you see him. I mean, Matthew McConaughey was probably a good choice, but he didn't really do good in that first movie. I don't know who. I mean, he could be like a younger guy. He could be maybe that guy from Stranger Things, Eddie, the guy, because he could be like a younger guy that never ages too. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Then you got Eddie. I think maybe the guy from The Expanse and the first Punisher movie. Thomas Jane would make a good Eddie, but I guess he could play like a New York. Isn't he from New York, Eddie? He's got like maybe like a Italian accent or something, or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't know that much about his personality, but I feel like he needs to be kind of like this guy's personality matches how I kind of imagined it in the book. And then for Jake, this kid from Yellowstone, I think he'd probably be a good Jake. I mean, you got any kind of child actor that's halfway decent could play Jake. Jake's kind of just like, meh. Just kind of any kid. And then Callahan, I think the guy from Don't Breathe would be good. The old man that plays the blind guy. He was also in the Avatar. So then, like, other people have picked Jake Gyllenhaal to play Eddie. I don't know this woman here. I don't know this guy. This guy looks familiar. I don't know what he was on. The voice of Oi. I don't even know or care who does the voice because he doesn't really say words that much. That guy looks kind of like Kevin Costner, but he's not. What's this one? Who are these characters? I don't even recognize the pictures to the sides. This is Dark Tower? Is that Eddie? I don't know who these people are. Oh, wait, this guy. I remember that picture. That's like Jesus or something. Okay. I don't know this guy. Who's that guy? This is why I'm good at casting. These people suck. They're just trying to find people that look like them and don't really have anything to do with their personalities and all that. Who are these characters? What is this? These are people from the Dark Tower? I don't remember these people at all. This guy with fucking spider legs. This kid? What are these choices? I'm lost. I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of the actors or the characters in the book. Okay, here we go. Roland Deschain, Viggo Mortensen. No, that would suck. That's like an 80s movie choice. Eddie Dean, Dave Franco, James Franco's brother. He's a little young. Maybe it would work. That doesn't seem too bad. Oh, Thomas Brody from Game of Thrones and other things. That's Jake Chambers. He's probably going to be a little too old by the time the movie will be made. Susanna, Zoe Saldana. Nah, she's too clean cut looking. I guess you could mess her up a little bit. Henry Dean. James Franco. Oh, so they're brothers. I don't even remember Henry Dean from the book. Enrico Balazar. Don't know him. Jack Moore. I don't remember most of these characters. The TikTok man? That kind of sounds familiar. Father Callahan, James Cromwell. Yeah, that's alright. You know who's a good actor that I'd like to see in something? Is that guy from Preacher? Who's that guy? Dominic Cooper. Would he... Oh, I forgot about her too. Ruth Negga. She could be Susanna. She'd be a damn good Susanna. Fuck yeah. If Michonne passes. She's not really black enough, but yeah, she is. She's black enough. Dominic Cooper. He could be a good Eddie too. Holy shit. God, I'm a genius. Hell yeah. Yep, that's my choices right there. And I'm standing by them. Anson Mount, Michonne or Ruth Negga, Thomas Jane, Brecken Merrill, Stephen Lang, and then Dominic Cooper is an alternate Eddie. Who's this guy? Oh, he could be the TikTok man. Just take the whole cast of freaking Preacher and stick them in the Dark Tower. Hell yeah. Who could be the voice of Charlie the Choo Choo? I don't know if he even has dialogue. That's the main thing, Charlie Choo Choo. There's a game now that has like Choo Choo Charlie or something like that, where you have to fight a robotic demon train. I think it's loosely based off that.